Welcome to For the Common Good with Juanita, a show where we inform, inspire, and empower communities, businesses, and people just like you. So whether you want to start that new business or expand and grow your business, help communities, or just want to live your best life, we have something for you. And I am excited about the show today because in the studio we have Shane Foster and Chris Davis. So this team of producer, musician team has gone from serving in the United States military to serving it up on the iTunes Top 200 chart. Awesome. Today in the studio, Shane and Chris are going to tell us about their journey in music. Welcome to the show, Shane and Chris.
Hey,
I'm so excited to have you on the show.
Thanks for having us.
Wow, iTunes Top 200 chart. There you go. Exciting.
A couple of songs too.
You have a couple of songs on the charts. Oh, make no mistake about that. Wow. Well, tell us about that. You were in the military and you had this military career and then you end up in music. So talk about that journey from the military. How did you end up in music?
Just pretty much, so back in the military, I suffered with traumatic brain injury, TBI, and then I had cognitive therapy, which kind of like put me back in touch with my roots with music. Music was my hobby. Music was always my go-to for just relaxing, chilling, getting that vibe back to you. So pretty much when I got out of the military in November 2015, I was like, I'm going to Hollywood.
Oh.
So I set up a plan. I moved out to LA January 2016. And then I went to LA Film School and I picked up audio production and I did entertainment business, which I ended up graduating summa cum laude, top of my class for an entertainment business degree. And I started out as an intern. I was with Def Jam EP Entertainment. And then I got hired on to Live Nation as a marketing exec. And I started working in marketing. Then I realized that my worth and, my ambition was just way more valuable than what, how a company, Fortune 500 company, just a number in the system. Figure it was just more worth. Teamed up with Davis Chris. We formed our own production company because we were both kind of like on the same ground. He's going to tell you his story too. We kind of was on the same ground with the music and stuff. And we just kept pushing out that way. And then that brings us where we are right now.
Now, what was that like for you, that journey? Because you were also in the military.
My journey starts when I was 4 years old.
Uh-oh.
I saw the movie Aladdin, the animated version. And I remember coming home and I set up my mom and dad's camera. And I set up pillows and blankets and I reenacted the entire thing, the entire movie. I was doing all the dances and singing all the songs. And I knew from that moment I wanted to be in entertainment my whole life. And so my journey through the military, I purposely joined because I knew I could get free school afterwards. And being able to utilize a resource, such as school, I knew I could go to the LA Film School like I went to with Shane as well. And for me, this has just been my destiny, my purpose. And I'm very fortunate and blessed to know that this is what I wanted to do my whole life, is being in entertainment.
That is awesome. So you both were in the military. Did you know each other in the military?
No, we met the first day of school. And a neat story.
Because you have similar backgrounds, and then you end up going to this school, this film school. Oh, isn't that amazing?
Yeah. And a neat story, the very first day we met, he and I walked down to there's another campus, we walked down to the studio. We were in the studio for maybe 3 hours, trying to just turn stuff on. Just didn't know how to do
trying
anything.
To get it to work.
Super curious, super ambitious. And I went to that school with, over 1,000 kids. And it's it was only he and I that were curious that went down there. We were in there for 3 hours. We couldn't turn on a single thing. But I think the joy and the excitement we had, we knew that, we were a little bit different. You know what I mean? So I think that's
kind of rocking out every since we started going every day.
Yeah.
Every day until we figured out, we started out in a little studio and then we moved up to the big SSL. Right. We started out a real little crap box type studio, cramped up in there, and we had people coming in and out, but then we kind of advanced up, as the skill set got better and really honing in on our craft and really taking it serious outside of school. It wasn't just I'm a student. We didn't have that mentality. We were this is survival. We out here to survive. We out here to set our future. So we just had other stuff going on outside of school and just kept on, getting the reps in and getting over 20,000 hours, in the studio time recording, engineering, production, business stuff. Just
Right.
really researching and getting it done.
So what do you credit most of your success to? I mean, you obviously, you're on the
Oh.
iTunes Top 200 chart. I mean, that's huge.
For me, when I speak about things like this, I often talk about the psychological aspect. My mother told me the story of the hammer and the nail. We all know that story. She told me it very young, and I just made a choice from, I think I was maybe 9 when she told me. I got in trouble. She's like, son, you're either going to be the hammer or you're going to be the nail. You better not be the nail. And for me, I think it's just my mindset.
Yeah.
Like, I just, I care to win. I like to achieve and accomplish my goals. I mean, I just,
But
that's just
your
me.
family ingrained that into you at a very
Absolutely.
young age.
My mother and father, yeah, they're very much, warrior. We're all warriors,
Yeah. Well, what has contributed to your success?
Dedication, discipline, military fundamentals that was instilled in me as
Ooh,
a young. I
powerful.
joined right out of high school, and just kind of like having them set fundamentals to be like, oh, I can push through anything. I can survive anything. I did 5 deployments overseas. Been in actual combat. I've been in
Wow.
combat action badge. I jumped out of airplanes. So it's like taking that and transferring over to like, okay, I'm a civilian now, and this is my passion I want to do, and just research, analytical skills. It's all the little stuff that like makes you more self and consistency.
Okay.
That's the number one thing, being consistent. I
Consistent.
never slacked off and be like, oh my God, like this is so hard. I don't want to do it. A lot of people, we see a lot of musicians, a lot of other artists, they'll get discouraged when life happens because we're all
Yeah.
human. We're all human beings,
Yeah.
and life does happen along this journey. So it's like,
Just keep it moving.
how you, push yourself through
Yeah.
the situation is how you become,
Wow. We've been talking to Shane and Chris in the studio here, this producer musician team. We'll be right back. Welcome back to For the Common Good with Juanita. And I have Chris Davis and Shane Foster here in the studio today. This excellent producer musician team, and I'm so excited to talk to them today. Wow, they have a very, very successful career here. iTunes Top 200 charts, and they've charted several songs now, so definitely on the way to success. So tell me, what message, is there a message that your music brings? Is there something you especially focus on in your music?
Having fun.
Having fun, yeah.
Having fun. A lot of the songs are just like we did a working on a record last night. We just having fun. Like we go in there, positive mind frame. We're like, man, we're not going there like, oh man, we're gonna make a hit. Of course, every time we want to think like that, but it's like we're gonna have fun doing it. We're not gonna be like, this ain't it, trying to strive for that. We're just having fun and put out hits like people end up liking it.
I think I would say the process is fun. The journey, like the creation of it all is fun too. And just for people out there that are trying to achieve something, have fun along the way. You know what I mean? Because every time we plug it up and we do something, it's really a party. It's a lot of fun every time, for sure.
Wow. Thinking back to your childhood, could you have ever imagined that you would be where you are right now, doing what you're doing right now?
Never.
Not
I
you.
saw myself being successful,
Right.
but I never saw like what would I actually. I knew I was like, all right, I'm gonna do the military, but then it's like, what after that? That comes to an end. So seeing like this far out, nah, not really.
Couldn't
Not,
see it.
not living in Atlanta, not being in LA, not living in New York. Like I would have never saw none of that happen in my life ever.
Wow. Yeah.
I always knew.
Ooh, okay.
And I had the mental fortitude.
So I can see you guys are a great team here because you
Absolutely. But, I always knew I wasn't going to take no for an answer.
Yeah.
Endured what I had to endure to get to where I am now. But yeah, this is my plan from like
Yeah.
I said earlier, since I was 4 years old.
Yeah. Sometimes it's hard for people to come together because there's lots of conflict sometime in the relationship, but I can see you guys feed off each other. Your
Always
spirit,
balance.
that the balance is
Yeah.
really good. I like that.
And quickly, my favorite analogy is just the rule of 9 I go by. 5 plus 4 equals 9, just like 6 plus 3, 7 plus 2, 8 plus 1. There's more than one way to solve a problem. And I think,
Ooh,
especially when you
love
work
that.
with creatives and you have, alpha males and a lot of type A personalities, being able to go, okay, let's try it that way. I think that has been a major benefit for he and I both, and for he and I working with other people. You don't always have to be right every time.
And always giving like 100%. I know he's gonna always give 100% because this is his life, this is his passion. I'm always gonna give 100%. This is my life. This is what I'm passionate, what I want to do, and that added up together, that's 200%. 200%. You know, that's gonna push us over
I
the
love it.
competitor and the competition,
Yeah.
and just show everybody, you know, what we're really made of and what we can do.
Well, what do you feel has been your most difficult challenge in life so far? I mean, you talked about your post-traumatic stress and your traumatic brain injury.
Just overcoming that and like seeing
Yeah.
that there's, you know, life and happiness outside of being in a box, you know.
Wow. Yeah.
That would be like the greatest thing I see.
Yeah.
I'd say for me, getting in the way of myself. I think, you know,
Mm-hmm.
being someone who, you know, has a little ego, has a little, you know, pride about themselves, learning to limit myself and learning to just be quiet and listen to people that, you know, have walked further in the sand than I have. And I think my approach to analytics and research is, you know, necessary as well too. I've learned to just be quiet and just listen and learn from people.
Wow.
I think limiting myself has been like, you know, the journey, the battle that I've had to kind of deal with.
Wow, that's interesting. So what would you say to young people, right, who are trying to establish a career in the music industry?
To be completely honest and fair, I would say, metaphorically, get ready to get punched in the mouth. Get ready to, you know, have rainy days. Get ready to, you know, fall down. Get ready for things not to go your way.
You're ready to take 1,000 no's.
Right. And if you truly love it,
Yeah.
you know, you'll have fun during the process. You'll have fun during the journey. It won't be about the result. It'll be about, you know, the act of what you're doing. And that, you know, if you're able to stick with it and have, you know, a little bit of mental fortitude, you can't get there. But you have to see it. Everyone else around you may not see it, but it is there. You have to keep looking down at the end of the street where the light's at. You have to keep walking towards it every day.
Exactly.
And you say you can have 1,000 no's, but all you need is one yes.
All you need is one yes
Yeah.
for the door to open, wide open.
Yeah.
And this is how you come through it. And then I always say too, don't always try to come through the front door. You know, it's oversaturated. It's blocked at the front door. Everybody's trying to get in. Come through the side door. Do something different. Be that purple cow.
Right.
Be the purple cow. Be somebody unique. Someone that's gonna be like, who's that?
Right.
What does he do? You know, like
Right.
just
Don't be afraid to
yeah,
be
yeah.
different, is
Don't
what
be
you're
afraid to be
saying.
different. And be yourself at the same
Be
time.
yourself.
But definitely be different. You see a lot of the most successful people in this industry were different. They wasn't doing the same thing that so and so was doing. They did something totally different, and they might have came a whole different path. To be like, oh, that guy was a comedian. He's funny, but he can sing. And he's just top 100. You know, he's like, wow. Like he's funny, charismatic, and he can sing. You know, just being different. I feel like is something that a lot of people don't really understand in the industry and not bombarding the front door too.
Wow.
And being unique.
I like that. You got to be able to differentiate yourself from your competition or the others out there. That's what gets you noticed. Wow, that's really exciting. We've been talking to Chris and Shane here in the studio today, this producer-musician team. We'll be right back. Welcome back to For the Common Good with Juanita. Here in the studio today, talking to Chris and Shane, and we are talking about their producer, musician career here. And I wanted to ask you, who are some of the artists that inspired you in your career, in your music career? Were there any particular artists
I'll
that?
do a quick one.
Okay.
Michael Jackson. I spent countless hours in the kitchen trying to moonwalk in my socks.
No moonwalking today, though, but yeah, really. Okay.
I would
Michael
say
Jackson.
Quincy Jones and P. Diddy, you know,
Oh.
Suge Knight and all the big moguls on these big
What was it
record
about
labels.
them that inspired
Just
you?
their hustle, you know, their mentality, their, you know, watching them grind it out, like really work it. And then behind the scenes, and now you see how all that hard work paid off. And like 20 years later, they're living their best life. You know, they're living awesome. They have a legacy behind them. Can't nobody go without saying, who's Quincy Jones? Even in Berlin, we all know who's Puff Daddy. We all know, you know, just those are some you know, big names and like inspiration, how they had similar stories, you know, come from similar background, start from the bottom and actually like, you know, working hard up to the top. You know?
Wow. So how do you want people to see you? When people look at you, when they hear about you, how do you want them to see you?
As a human being, I just want people to see me as being realistic and down to earth and organized, just all that other good stuff, you know, good qualities that come with people, but definitely just being a real person, being a human being. I'm not no superstar. I don't look at myself, even though I'm starting to, get the,
Yep.
hey, and then I'm like, dang, I don't feel like that's me. You be talking like, hey, let me get a picture, which is like, it's kind of weird, but I'm still a human being at the same time. I still have emotions, feelings, and empathy for, a certain military. Like, that's something that's going to never leave me overnight.
I want them to see me as just someone who's comfortable with the skin they're in. And I want them to just see that, I'm me, I'm going to always be me. And that, I like to have fun and just live easy, just breathe easy.
Wow, that's powerful. So what keeps you going? I mean, what just gives you that, just to keep going? What is that for you?
There's this grand, like, this wonderful, just magical dream that I have, periodically in life that, it's right there. I'm looking around for it. I can almost touch it.
Yeah.
I haven't yet, but, I think that, in that interest in that childlike joy and excitement, I think that keeps me going. I still feel like I'm 12 years old. Mature and professional within reasonable parameters when I need to be, but for the most part, I'm just still having fun. I'm just still, I'm just being me. I'm the 4-year-old kid in the kitchen trying to moonwalk to, like MJ in my socks in the kitchen.
I say this life, being life in general, keeps me going every day. I've been near death, so many times and had so many blessings to overcome that stuff. So to be like, yeah, this is like, tomorrow's not promised. It's really not promised tomorrow. It's end. As soon as you walk out this door, as soon as you walk out in the streets or get in your car, and it's like, that was motivating. It's like, man, I could die tomorrow. What would I be known for? How will people remember me? So it's like setting out, embarking my own legacy and embarking our brand and our legacy. So people always remember, like, yeah, that's some guys that did it. Because we're independent. We're going to always throw that out there, too. That's nothing. We don't have no label backing. Everything we do is me and him.
Wow.
Me and him, and then we got a couple other people we reach out and network with that kind of like help us out along the way, too. So it's like...
That's how you wanted it, though. You wanted that level of independence.
Yeah.
That was important to you.
Very important. Because you watch a lot of people get up and then become puppets. And like me working at these labels and working for these Fortune 400 countries, like 400 companies, like saying, wow, like, I don't want to be that puppet. I want to be in a box.
Right.
I want to be free and be able to do everything. And, my value, my worth, in this whole industry, like a lot of people depreciate your value. Like, no, I'm worth this much. I'm worth $1 million. And just having that mindset and working like you got $1 million.
Wow. Yeah. What's next for you?
Right now, we're just gonna keep pushing out the project.
Pushing.
Yeah, it hits the collection, available on all digital platforms. Got
Go
a lot of big artists on it. A lot of artists I looked up to coming up in this industry. Yo Gotti, Young Dolph, Boosie Badass, Project Pad, Lady Luck, Joe Paul, just so many big artists on it, and it's legendary. No independent artist has ever done this on this level. And right now we're at like close to 2 million streams. We just got a plaque the other week for 1 million streams. So, it's picking up, and just want people to just keep supporting it. That's the main push and focus right now.
Wow. Same. Just keep it going. Keep it going. Yeah. Keep that push going. Well, that is really, really exciting. And thank you for your service, too, because you had such humble beginnings there, serving the country. Now you're serving in iTunes here on the charts.
We got to keep people dancing and entertaining. There it is.
Oh, wow. That is awesome. That is awesome. So tell the viewers how they can reach you. What's the best way to reach you?
You can follow the website, www.dfdmusic.com. You can follow me on all social media platforms at The Real Shane Foster.
And you can find me on Instagram at GoDavisChris.
Wow. Well, great show. Thank you so much, Shane Foster and Davis Chris, for being in the studio today. And thank you, our viewers, for tuning in to For the Common Good with Juanita, a show where we inform, inspire, and empower our communities, our businesses, and people just like you.